Hi, I'm Charlotte. My twin sister Sam suffered from anorexia for 3 years. This is a film about families and eating disorders.
Never be angry at your child if they are suffering from an eating disorder. If you do feel angry, just don't let them see that you're angry, as it will push them down as well. Just try to keep calm, stick by them, listen to them, but never have a go at them because they're still your child. It's not their fault that they're suffering from an eating disorder.
Prior to the eating disorder, we weren't a family that rowed very often. We tended to jog along quite nicely without having huge rows. When the eating disorder came into our life, there were massive rows, lots of the time.
Some mornings it felt like a big hand got hold of the house, just shook it all up like that.
I suppose, like, sometimes I was like, all you have to do is eat and then the whole family will just be back to normal, but then I thought that's not all she has to do, because it's just not that easy. Most of it was fear and probably guilt a bit as well, because I thought that maybe I might have been the one that started it. Like, didn't know why, but I just thought that it might have been me.
First of all, you start at anguish, helplessness, the sheer fear of not knowing what to do and the reality of coming strong to be able to deal with it. Then as you start to seek help and the reality sets in that your child is slowly starving themselves to death and that there is very little you can do, it turns into anguish, desperation.
At first I was just confused. I just wondered, like, why she'd do it and why she wanted to lose weight, because she wasn't overweight in the first place. And yeah, I think I was shocked to begin with, but then it got more into fear of, because she did get down to such a low weight, that it was fear of losing her. Dealing with an eating disorder in the family is tough, but there are many things you can do because there is always hope.
I would say don't sit on it, act on it straight away, bring it to everyone's attention as a family, deal with it as a family. Whatever avenues of help you seek, if you're not happy and you don't think it's working, don't stick at it, try something else, and don't stop until you find the right thing for you. Not one thing works for the same people, for the same person, and just never give up, because you can beat it, it can be beaten.
You really need to get informed, and the best way to do that, in my opinion, is to just search about it on the internet, especially BEAT, because it's the National Eating Disorders Association, so they can give you proper current information. And you just need to really know what the illness is about, because quite often the media portrays it in a different way to what reality is.
I'd say always be there to listen to them and help them, and if they need a bit of space, don't take anything personally because they're ill and they're not their true selves. They're still in there, but it's being covered up.
You know, don't argue in front of the children, because maybe that was why she went like that in the first place. You know, don't go down the pub. Don't think getting drunk is the answer, because it'll be worse the next day. So you have to stick together, try and sort things out.
As I started to get into the recovery stage, he'll really try and he'll cook me foods that I want to eat, or he'll ask me about cooking something before he cooks it, and just shocked with me.
Always support your sibling and don't give up on them.
Tell them that you love them, even if it sounds stupid sometimes, just say, I really love you. And that makes all the difference, because sometimes you forget if you're not told.
Yeah, having my mum around me has really helped me, because she's now gone from just being a mum to being a mum and a best friend. And then, yeah, I can ask for a better mum.
And I think I've learned so much about my daughter, and it's been quite an experience, but I'm so glad that we've come through it. And I think that we'll get through anything else that life throws at us now. We've been through this, we'll cope.
I just think that the whole family unit is totally different. It wasn't until I heard the girls laughing upstairs at at the end of last year that I realised I actually went upstairs and listened, and they were laughing and messing about with each other, and I listened. I actually phoned my husband and said, listen to this, because it's not until... Sorry.
I would say to Sam that although she did put the family through that, it wasn't her fault, and to not look back on the past and look to the future.
I would say to Charlotte, just thanks for being there. Thanks for being such a great sister. I couldn't have asked for anything more, and let's just move on and have some fun.